So this quad is supplied by Banggood for a review. So Banggood is currently having a sale. Please see the links below and help me out with buying stuff from Banggood if you need to buy anything from there, because this will help me to get more products from them to review in the future. I asked Banggood to send this out for me to review. I don't usually do random reviews, so I only ask for quads that I know that's going to be good. So this is one of them. Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about the Eachine Trashcan. So this trash can is actually very easy to set up and easy to fly, and the camera is great. I don't find any breakups or interference too much when I was flying this one. I just need a slight physical adjustment on the quad itself just to secure all the wires. Maybe I got the later version of this trash can because I don't find any problems that I saw on many YouTube videos. The camera VTX works great with rapid fire, and it also worked very good with the Furious FPV 2D and also the FlexShot OLED receiver. So you don't have any camera compatibility issue of this trash can with rapid fire receiver. Because I tested this trash can in a very confined environment, confined spaces, so I had to cap the throttle at 80%, and you can see that it still fly very good with throttle cap at 80% because I was able to control it very well. So you can see from the flight video that there's very little interference with rapid fire, because as you know, rapid fire has very solid connection and fusion of all the images together. And even with 2D and the FlexShot OLED receiver, they also perform very well. It flies very similar to a Mobula 7 indoors and outdoors. So you are going to enjoy flying this also indoors if you cap the throttle at 80%, like you can see in my underground car park testing. So the quad camera is actually 16:9 ratio, but I use the FlexShot 4:3 screen, so I didn't find any problems flying this using a 4:3 screen. But when I did record this using my FlexShot Dominator 3, it looks quite similar anyway, so to me there's no difference flying 16:9 and 4:3. Now let's talk about the physical quad setup for this trash can. So I usually like to secure the motor's wires to the frame itself, so I'm using zip ties here. So I secure the wires to the frame, and so that the wires don't get pulled out of the quad if there's any crash. And also I secure the power connector to all the frame also with the zip tie, and also the receiver to the front of the frame with zip tie. In addition, I also secure the video transmitter antenna to the frame using zip tie. And the zip tie, I just cut half of it off so that the other half remains, and it acts as a protector for the antenna if there's any crash. So the frame itself is quite rigid. It's also very similar to the Mobula 7 frame, but it seems a bit more rigid than the Mobula 7. The thing that I don't like is the LED strips at the back of the frame. It doesn't seem to fit very well on the frame itself. So that's the only weakness that I can find on the frame. So overall, this quad is very well put together and should be stable. As long as you can see that the frame is well put together, the quad should fly really well. And also the battery holder looks very sturdy also. So that's all you need for the physical setup of the frame. It's just basically to help you secure all the wires in case there's any crash and then the wires don't get pulled out and you don't damage any other parts of the component. So it comes with 4 1S batteries that you can put in series, and also it comes with another adapter so that if you want to fly just 1S battery, you can put the adapter in one of the connector so that you can just fly with 1S battery. The only thing that I don't really think that Trashcan is good in this battery area is really the battery holder. If you put 2 batteries together, you should have something to secure it. Trashcan or Eachine should have put in like a modular 7 type of 3D printed holder for the 2 1-cell battery to be stuck together in the battery holder. Otherwise, the battery get too loose in the battery holder. So this is the FR Sky version, so binding is quite easy. I use my Taranis QX7. All I have to do is just copy and paste my previous model, and also all you need is just the 4 channels, the switch to arm the quad, and a switch for the timer, and a switch for the mode, and also if there's any beeper, a switch for the beeper, which in this case there's no beeper. I also set up the throttle cap on the Taranis QX7 for Trashcan. So as I mentioned earlier, this is to help in a situation where you fly in tight spaces and also in confined spaces or also indoors. Because Trashcan comes with Betaflight 4.0, so binding becomes simpler. All you need to do is just go to Betaflight, scroll down to the CLI section and just type in bind. Then you will go into a binding mode, and then you just start bind on your transmitter. Then it will just bind automatically. So what you need to do next is just exit your transmitter binding screen, and also unbind your quad to Betaflight, and then bind it back again. Then your quad should be bound. The Betaflight setup is also quite easy. I normally don't touch any of the PIDs and other settings. All I do is I go to the receiver section just to see that the quad is bound. Then I go to the mode section where I set up all the arm switches and the mode switches. I usually turn off turtle mode and also A mode because I don't usually use them. And also don't mess around with the OSD. So once that's done, then you are ready to go. Before I forget, I just need to mention that with the Betaflight setup, I also usually make sure that the stick minimum and the maximum are set to 1000 and 2000 level. So that's what you need to do next with the Betaflight setup. Apart from that, there's nothing else that you need to touch on Betaflight. The last thing that you need to do is just to bind your VTX to your video receiver. So that's very easy. If you have the Furious FPV2D or the FatSharp OLED receiver and also the rapid fire, you just press the auto scan function, then it will do it for you automatically, and after that you are just ready to go and try out your quad. So I hope you guys like and enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So just remember, quadcopter is not rocket science. See you next time.
battery recovered.